Hello, my name is Laura from Osiadacz Family Farm. Now today I am doing a short video to answer the question why. Now everybody has a why. Why do you want to start a YouTube channel? And for me, the reason is a couple of different reasons. So first and foremost, I love what we do here. It is really a blessing that we live in the place that we live here in Roslyn, Washington. Now this homestead or this small farm is even more important to us because we live in the home that my husband's great-grandfather built. And so it just has so much meaning for us. We were able to get it back into the family about 2 years ago. Now we never moved, or my husband never moved out of Roslyn, and we've lived here for many years, but it was really special when we were able to purchase this home, start bringing it back to its former glory, and using it today how it was used over 100 years ago. So my husband's great-grandfather and great-grandmother were amazing people, and the stories that I have heard about this property and that his family remembers about these two caring, loving people are just amazing. And so it is just such a pleasure to be a part of this property and to steward this land in a way that I know that they would be proud of. So their last name actually wasn't Osiadacz. They were the Segotas, and Mr. Segota came here to mine. He was a coal miner, and this is a coal mining community, and his wife, Eleanor, was a homemaker, and they had six children. One of the children, so there was actually, I believe, 5 girls, 1 son, and there was a young daughter that passed early as a baby, and we still take care of the family cemetery. So there's just a lot of history here for us, and it's extremely meaningful. And the stories that we hear about John Segota and Eleanor Segota is that they not only cared for their immediate family, but they cared for the community as a whole. And they had an amazing, giant, abundant garden where they grew a plethora of fruits and vegetables that they shared with the community. They also had hogs and chickens and a dairy and a beef cow, and there was always plenty, not only for their family, but for others. And they were just well known in the community for making sure there was nobody that ever went hungry. And in fact, it didn't stop there. The Segotas lived in a smaller home, which I'll show in a different video while they were building the home that I live in now. And it's really tiny. It's just a one bedroom, 1 room home that they lived in while they were building the primary home. And they used that to help new families that were coming from the old country to also work in the mines to get on their feet. They lived there while they got on their feet. And once those families got on their own, they were able to either purchase or build their own homes, and just everybody was happy and successful, and it was just a beautiful time in our community. So fast forward to where we're at now, my husband and I are on a mission to bring back this small farm and homestead. Right now, our primary crop is raspberries. We have a ton of raspberries. We have a giant garden, and this year we've really expanded it. I've done a video on how to keep the deer out because we do live in a mountain community and there's tons of wildlife, so we're always trying to problem solve and tackle those challenges. But I just wanted to give you a brief understanding of the history here. Now, while I've been learning and wanting to really feel inspired, I have gone to YouTube. And one of the things I found was that some of my most favorite content providers really were inspirational to me. And a couple of those, I'm gonna do some shout outs here. So a couple of those channels is Jess from rootsandrefugefarm, as well as Living Traditions Homestead. Now, both of those channels are nowhere near Roslyn, Washington. They're actually across the country in the South. You know, one of them's in the Ozarks, and they're really inspirational. They have a lot of good tips. I've learned a ton from them, but I really yearned for something closer to where I live, or where hopefully people that are watching live, that are in the Pacific Northwest or in a more mountainous area, because here the climate is just a little bit different. We have different challenges. And I really want to build a community where people can share their experiences in a more localized area. So I wanted to be able to start something that could help with that building of community. Now, that's not to say there isn't a few others. I actually have found a channel and a lady that I really look up to. She has the Elliott Homestead, and her name is Shay Elliott, and I do really appreciate her channel as well. She lives out of the Wenatchee area, so it is not too far from where we live here in Roslyn, Washington. But you know, I did want something. I wanted to interact with people that were just, you know, had that feeling more of what I saw at Roots and Refuge Farm, as well as Living Traditions Homestead, because it felt what their content provides just feels a little bit more attainable for somebody that is busy and working and has a, you know, just has a crazy busy life like I do. So I wanted to start that community. So I hope that answers the question of why. Now, I do feel the need to share with you a couple of photos of my family, my husband's family, because a lot of what we do is really a tribute to earlier times where people spent more time together as family, growing their own food. And so we think about them often here, and a lot of what we do is really a tribute to what they left behind for us. So I'd like to share who those people are with you as well. All right, so behind me here is a collection of some of our family photographs, and I'm just gonna scroll up there so you can see my husband's grandmother. And all of these people are so meaningful to us. I'm going to turn the camera around and share with you just a little bit about each one of them. So this is a picture of my husband's great-grandparents' wedding photo. So in the middle there, you will see John Segota as well as Eleanor Segota. Now, John Segota is the man that built the home we live in today, and beside him is his sweet wife, Eleanor. Now, as you can see, she was not a very big lady. I've been told she was under 5 feet, so her stature was very different from mine. I'm 5'11", but these are the people that started the legacy that we are continuing here today. Here is a picture of John and 5 of his children standing in front of the home that we live here today. Now, as we were told by my husband's grandmother and great aunt, who are both pictured here, this was a happy time for all. Here's another picture of the girls that grew up in this house. Now, this is a picture of my husband's grandmother as well as his great aunts. Aren't they precious? Thank you for joining me and learning more behind the why. As you can tell, I am just so grateful to live here and be a part of a property that has such a warm, inviting past, a lovely history, and we look forward to care for this property and really steward this property in a way that my husband's family would be very proud of. Now, I have a lot of wonderful memories about my family as well, and I'll probably share those in some upcoming videos because they really were who made me who I am today. But for now, I wanted to share with you the why and why this property is so important to us and why we want to share that with you. Until next time.